Hi everyone, welcome you all. And this is part 4 of transmission media where we are going to learn unguided media. So let's get started. Previously we have learned guided media where we have a cabling system. And today what we are going to learn is unguided media, that is a wireless communication. Here in this context, first of all, we are going to learn infrared. Now, low frequency infrared waves are used for very short distance communication like TV remotes, wireless speakers, automatic doors, handheld devices, etc. Infrared signals can propagate within a room but cannot penetrate wall. So this is, you can say, the con of infrared radiation. First is the distance is very less, and second, it cannot penetrate walls. However, due to such short range, it is considered to be one of the most secure transmission modes. So this is the positive point of infrared. Okay. Now the other type of radio wave unguided transmission media is radio wave. In this wave, transmission of a data using a radio frequency is done. That's why it is called a radio wave transmission. We all are familiar with the radio channels that broadcast entertainment programs. Radio station transmit radio wave using a transmitters which are received by the receiver installed in our devices. Both transmitter and receiver uses antennas to radiate or capture radio signals. These radio frequencies can also be used for direct voice communication within the allocated range. This range is usually 10 miles. And secondly, it has to be, you can say that, in a visual range. Okay, advantage of the radio waves are, these are some of the advantages of radio waves transmission. The first one is it is inexpensive mode of information exchange. No land need to be required for laying cables. Installation and maintenance of a device is cheap. Okay, now the disadvantages: insecure communication medium, because these are omnidirectional and it can snoop in or can discuss, can read these signals. You can say that. Prone to weather changes like rain, thunderstorm can affect signals. You have, I think, experienced this when we have a very heavy cloud. There is a thunderstorm. In that situation, our cable TV signals are gone and we cannot watch TV programs. You can say that. So these are the disadvantages. And if we compare with the, you can say that, cables, then we have an advantage that we have sense of movability and we can take our device to wherever place we want. But with the guided pair of cables, guided media, we have to keep our device at one place, or we are limited to the length of wire. We cannot roam here and there like our mobile devices. So this gives you sense of freedom as compared to guided media. Okay, and then we have a electromagnetic radiations as well, where we can use electromagnetic wave for data transmission. This is line of sight and it travel in a straight line and it is unidirectional, jabki you can say that radio waves are omnidirectional. And that's all in our guided media. The other type of guided media is called microwave transmission media. Let me write this. That is called microwave. Okay, let me finish this. Okay, so microwave transmission is another guided media. Here microwave signals are used to transmit data without the use of cables. The microwave signals are similar to radio and television signals and are used for long distance communication. The microwave transmission consists of a transmitter, receiver, and the atmosphere. Okay. Now, in microwave communication, parabolic antenna are mounted on towers to send a beam to other antenna 10 of kilometers away. The higher the tower, the greater the range. With a 100-meter high tower, the distance of 100 kilometers between towers are feasible. The microwave transmission is line of sight transmission. That means you have to see the two antennas or two participants should be in the visual range. And if you cannot see if one participant is not able to see the other participant, then it means transmission is not possible. Now let us talk about the advantages. You can note down. It proves cheaper than digging trenches for laying cables and maintaining repeaters and cables if cables get broken by a variety of causes. Second is it offers freedom for land acquisition right that are required for laying repairing the cables. And the third is it offers ease of communication over difficult terrain. And the fourth and the last is microwave have the ability to communicate over oceans. Right? Now let us talk about the disadvantages. Microwave communication is an insecure communication. Okay, so anybody can trace and you can say your data is vulnerable. And the second is signals from a single antenna may split up and propagate by slightly different paths to the receiving antenna. When these out of phase signals recombine, they interfere, reducing the signal strength. So signal may get weakened by interference. Now the third one is microwave propagation is susceptible to weather effect like rain, thunderstorm, and many more things are there. And fourth one is bandwidth allocation is extremely limited in case of microwaves. And the fifth point is the cost of design, implementation, and maintenance of microwave links are very high as compared to guided media. Okay. Now the fourth and most important type of communication is in the category unguided media is, guess what, that is called as satellite communication. Okay, let me write. Now I'm learning to make a good handwriting using my mouse. So the other one is satellite communication. As you have guessed it, what is it? Let's go ahead and read the text. Radio waves can be classified by frequency and wavelength. When the frequency is higher than 3 GHz, it is named as microwave. Satellite communication is a special case of a microwave relay system. Satellite communication uses the synchronous satellite to relay the radio signals transmitted from ground station. Recently, the use of wireless communication has gained more popularity compared to the traditional fixed wired terrestrial network. Satellite and microwave communication network features the time-saving, fast implementation, and broad coverage characteristics. It provides voice, fax, data, and video services as well as email, file transfer, www internet applications. When fixed with wired terrestrial communication network are crushed by a disaster, the satellite and microwave system as an emergency backup facility will be stressed. In satellite communication, the Earth station consists of a satellite dishes that functions as an antenna and communication equipment to transmit and receive data from satellite passing overhead. A number of communication satellites owned by both government and private organizations have been placed in stationary orbits about 22,300 miles above the Earth's surface. Okay. Now, these satellites act as a relay station for communication signals. For example, we have a Earth station here. Now, you can say that this is the Earth station, and we have a satellite. Okay, so this is our satellite. Your Earth station act as a transmitter, and the other station, let's say we have a station here, and this is the other part of the earth, so you can say that this is the earth, and this can send signals, or this is a simple relay point which sends the signals, which receive the signal from the one station and sends to the other station. Okay, and it can send to multiple station on the ground. Okay, so this is a simple functioning of satellite transmission. Now let us discuss about the advantages. The area coverage through satellite transmission is quite large. Okay, so obviously you cannot compare with any other type of communication. The laying and maintenance of international cables is difficult and expensive, and this is where the satellite proves to be the best alternative, right? So you don't have to take cables, you don't have to care about the different geographical regions, trenches, or oceans. You can simply go ahead with your satellite communication and send signals to the satellite, and that can transmit to a very you know, in a very wide area. Okay, the heavy uses of intercontinental traffic makes the satellite commercially attractive. Then the last is satellite can cover large area of the earth. This is particularly useful for sparsely populated area. And now the time for disadvantages. It is technologically limitations prevent the development of large high gain antenna on the satellite platform. So this is not a very simple task. It requires a lot of money involved in it. So it is not a very easy task, as it can be a very technological challenging task as well. Overcrowding, the next is overcrowding of available bandwidth due to low antenna gains. The third is the high investment cost and insecure cost associated with insufficient probability of failure, because you have heard many times that satellite launch is failed, so it is really insecure in terms of cost as well. High atmospheric losses above 30 gigahertz limit carrier frequencies. So these are some of the disadvantages of your satellite communication. Whenever speed is required in terms of wireless, then you have to go with the satellite. Okay, and if you are low in budget, then you have to use radio waves. Okay, and other type of unguided media is, you can see, lasers. It is a straight beam with a high carrying capacity, but again it is a really challenging task for many people. So this is all about unguided media. That's all for today, and bye bye, see you. I will send the note along with this, don't worry.